Hi guys, welcome back to Kim's class. Today we're on our last lesson of a unit about friends and neighbors. But before we start, I want to make sure that you remember that if you are interested in working on the activities that you see in the videos, you can now find them for free if you click on the link below. So all of the handouts and the activities can be found on that link. Another place you might want to look is my website, kimsclass.com. You'll find other activities and handouts and worksheets that go along with the other videos that you might have seen before. Again, kimsclass.com. So, now that we've taken care of business, let's look at the objectives for today. The first objective says, I can read, understand, and answer questions about a community announcement. The second objective says, I can write sentences using the affirmative and the negative form of be able to. And we'll talk about that later. So, the first thing we're going to do is talk about a community announcement. Sometimes when you go to public places, you will see bulletin boards with announcements. On your screen, you're going to see an example of a community announcement. This community announcement is from the Renton Community Center, and they are asking for volunteers. Volunteers are people that are coming to help an organization for free. They will help because they want to do nice things for their community. So again, a volunteer is somebody who works but doesn't get paid. They do it out of the kindness of their heart. So, here you see a community announcement. You have the name of the community, how many volunteers they need, what dates they need, what times they need, how long they're going to need help, the location, and then a description and requirements of the job they're asking people to do. So I'd like you to go ahead, read through this community announcement, and then answer the 4 questions below. Pause your video as you read through the announcement and answer the questions, then turn the video back on and we'll go over the answers together. So go ahead now and pause your video. Okay, class, let's go over the answers. Number 1, how many volunteers does the center need? Answer B, 25. Number 2, what job can a volunteer do at the center? Now that one was tricky because the answer was C, all of the above. You can pick up garbage, you can paint, or you can weed. So the answer, all of the above. Number 3, how long do volunteers need to work? This one might have tricked you too, because the correct answer is C, at least 4 hours. Now, if you're asking yourself why it's not B, 4 hours, you need to look closer at the estimated time. You'll see that after the word estimated time, you see the number 4 and then the plus sign. When you see that, it means at least 4 hours, if not more. Now let's look at the last question, number 4. Which statement is true about the volunteers? I made that a bit tricky too because the answer is D. None are true. So how'd you do with those 4 questions? I threw some tricky ones in there, didn't I? But that's okay. The more we challenge ourselves, the more we learn. Now, I wanted to just quickly talk about the affirmative and the negative form of be able to. Now, we're going to use some sentences with that paragraph so it will make more sense. Before we do that, though, I want to remind you of some simple contractions. So, aren't is a contraction for are not. And isn't is a contraction for is not. This is important to understand because when we're trying to use the correct verb form, we need to know these things. So, listen and see if you can hear the affirmative or the negative form of the sentence. Listen to this sentence. If you are under 16, you aren't able to volunteer. If you are older than 16, you are able to volunteer. Did you hear the positive and the negative? Let's try it one more time. John is a criminal. He isn't able to volunteer. Katie is not a criminal. She is able to volunteer. I know that was a short activity with the affirmative and the negative and be able to. But there are some worksheets that you can practice this if you follow that link and go to my website. So, now that we've wrapped that up, let's look at today's objectives and see how we did. Can you read, understand, and answer questions about a community announcement? We had some practice with that. And can you recognize sentences that use the affirmative and the negative form of be able to? It was short and sweet, but we did that too. So class, that's the lesson for today. But before we go, I want to remind you of a few things. First, if you're interested in working on some of these worksheets while you see the video, make sure you click on this link and it will take you to these worksheets for free. Second, you can find other videos and other activities on my website at kimsclass.com. So as we say goodbye, I have 4 quick requests. First, make sure that you like this video. Second, click on the subscribe button so that every time I post a new video, you'll get notified. Third, if you think others may enjoy these videos as much as I hope you did, share it with them. And lastly, write me a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. But for now, I have to go. I hope you know what a blessing it is to see you here in Kim's class. Thank you for allowing me to come on this journey with you to learn English. Hope to see you soon.